What's up, guys? Still ain't got my tripod, but hey, we're gonna show you how I like to make my shrimp that I fish with. Take it to the coast or whatever. Put a little more heat on this mold. Ooh, it's pretty warm now, but to start off with, I just take my heat gun instead of putting it on the griddle. But I will use my griddle once we start cooking this thing, because I'm going to skim pour it, and we'll show you all that. And then I go in and brush in my little stuff that I want. Let me get both gloves on, because I'll be pouring with my right hand. What we're going to start out with, I'm going to skim pour with this hyper shift powder. If you ever look at a live shrimp, they sort of have that little glisten about them, like they just almost a little, almost like a little hyper shift look. So that is what we're going to go for on the outside. I ain't go for it. That's what we're going to do on the outside. And I'm going to get this next color in. I'll add to it. Sorry about that. But all I do, I lay out another mold. I'm going to skim pour it. I'm going to pour it whole. And I'm going to dump it out right away. I know a lot of people do the old skim pouring, but I'm wanting to have me some baits ready for whenever I get that call just to go to the coast. Again, fill it up, dump it out. And the only reason I like to do that is it's a quicker and easier cleanup on the baits. I just have that one area to clean up. Well, I got a little boo-boo there, but and we're gonna let it cool down a little bit and get to our next stage. Now, I like to skim pour them because I like to go in. I've done it before in other videos. We're gonna take a hyper shift powder. I don't like using the black on these, but that's what most people use. I use a very dark green. You can use black, you can use whatever color you want really, but I make the little stripes like you'll see in a shrimp, a live one, a real one. And again, these are just for me. See how quick and easy that cleans up when you only pour it that little bit. Alright, now that we got it done, let me check this plastic real quick so I can have it ready. I'm going to have to edit this video because I know you don't want to sit and wait for it to cook in on the griddle. So, I will have to edit it. Pray that it works out because, like I said before, me and technology are not the bestest of friends. Sometimes. Sometimes we are, sometimes we ain't. So, take me a little bitty brush, little bitty paintbrush. I mean, as small as it can be. I don't need my gloves for this part. And I'm just going to paint them stripes in. Make sure there's good powder on the side of the bag. I just use the side of the bag because I don't need that much. And in this mold, this angling AI mold, I like to put 3 stripes down the tail. I hear people say, oh, we ain't got no legs on it or what. Yeah, man, look, if you on fish, whether this thing's got legs or not, it ain't going to matter. If they're hungry, they're going to eat. And if you're on fish, they're going to eat. So, and some of my best baits before I started making my own didn't have no legs neither. So, the way that current gets to ripping and everything, they're not sitting there debating and looking, oh, well, that shrimp ain't got no legs. It's a Lieutenant Dan shrimp. Lieutenant Dan, You got magic legs. So I just put my little, and brush it in good. Don't leave that whole, bunch of excess on the mold. That way it stays on the plastic or in it better. Alright, we got the tail done. We'll move up here. This mold has all these little lines in it, and we'll put that. I dot each line, and I also make a line, an extra one. And I do of course the bottom of the mold is going to be the top of the bait. But I do it, and I come all the way up the sides. I guess you don't have to, but using that powder, that hyper shift powder, not only your colors need to be good, natural looking color, I guess you say, but you also need, to me, that hyper shift powder just makes it a little more realistic. If you ever look at a live shrimp, man, they just sort of glisten a little bit. Just got that little something about them. So the hyper shift powder does that for me in the shell of the bait. And then you can take from there and add your color up underneath it, because with just the hyper shift powder, it's going to be I always put a little bit at the nose too. With that hyper shift powder, it'll just give you a clear base, but with the powder showing. Now don't worry about the eyes. I do that after. If I'm really that worried about it, I'll just take a Sharpie and do them. And if you let them cure like that, that Sharpie will do its magic on it. It'll hold for a good while, longer than you'll probably have the bait, because again, I don't pour these real strong or have a real firm plastic. I pour them out of mediums. Sometimes I will firm them up, but I mean, they're gonna tear them up regardless, especially the sea trout with them old fangs they got and the flounder. Uh-oh, I dumped some in there. Dang it. That one's gonna be a new type shrimp. We'll call him a tiger shrimp. He's gonna have a little stripe, a different little stripe. Boy, I get being in a hurry, huh? Hope everybody's having a good week, or had a good week. It is Friday. I just finished working at the little processor. Want to make me some shrimps. That way, whenever spring comes, I'm not going to be in a hurry to make baits. You know what I mean? So, now I'll try to give you a better view of this once I'm done. But it is Friday. I ain't got no big plans. I may go deer hunt some. I don't know what y'all got planned, but I may go out here and chase some deer again. See if any of our better deer are showing up yet. They've just sort of disappeared on us around here, and they're moving a lot at night right now, so that's part of it, man. Wild animals, you never know. Alrighty, I got them drew up the way I want them. Put my powder up, knock the brush off. There we go. I just striped it right down there where the lines are in the mold already. You can add another one if you want to, but it's not going to need it. I will pour this. I'm actually going to start getting it hot. I'll cut my little griddle on. If you don't know, I just take this griddle, lay it on there. I've got some open pores that I got to finish up as well, some worm molds. And that's what we're going to be doing. I'm trying to prop this thing right. Be still! Let's check this old plastic out real quick, see what we got. what this is here was just 3 or 4 drops of pumpkin. Not green pumpkin, pumpkin. Oh, there's a dark watermelon. I could even go that dark watermelon would be beautiful in it, I believe. Let me find my stuff. There's root beer. Let's do, well, nah, I want my pumpkin. There it is. We'll be using MF pumpkin, or as we say, pumpkin. Ain't no M in it, it's just got an N in it. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. When you put this stuff on a mold like that, a cold mold, it just peels right off your other stuff. So we got this mold heating up. What I'll do is I just pour it and I'll pop it on the griddle. Usually get it up to about 250. And what that does, it's just going to bond that skin layer we poured with the body color that we're going to pour. And when I'm pouring, I do like to get it hot. Not hot, like around 350. That just makes it flow better, makes it smoother. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you or not, but we'll try once we get it up here. See my little fan, my little bang, because I'm old, I need energy, I guess. I don't even drink them for energy. I really just drink them for the taste of it, really. I like the blue raz. Is that even on it? Uh-oh. Anyway, we'll get you the best view we can. How about that? So with the pumpkin, we want it to be a clear, sort of translucent look. So right now I think it's got like 4 drops. I want it a little bit darker, so we're going to go like 3 more drops probably. Yeah, let's stay with 3 and see how it works out. So it's still translucent, but we got a little brown with it. And I believe that's how I'm going to want it. Right. Now let's go 2 more drops. Just for the fun of it. That's why you make your lines with a darker color. And that way, they still show even if your color is too dark. But 3, that was 5, there's 7 drops now of pumpkin. As you can see on the, I hope you can see. It's still pretty clear, but it's got that good dark brown tint to it. So, we're going to do that. And we're going to give it just a little more heat. Let's give it like 8, 9, 10 seconds. So anyway, still ain't got my tripod. Sorry, this is probably not going to be a great view. But I want my drink. I want my drink to get hot. And if you don't know, go Tigers! And Drake. We had a bad year this year, so if your team had a great year, congratulations, but oh well. There was a lot of people talking junk. I still think Florida State got screwed, even though I'm not a fan. Alright, and from here, I'm just going to fill that mold in. That's all I'm going to do. Just fill it in, and we'll get it up to temperature. Crank this thing on up to about 250. And I like to start in the tail. And if you hand pour a lot of baits, you want your area real level. Mine is not. So I have to rig it up and do all kind of craziness with it. I like hand pouring baits on certain ones. And what takes so long with them is not only the time that it has, you know, to bond or whatever it is, but the biggest part for me is to let them cool down. You don't want to slow it down. We just filled those up. That's all we did. With that brown, I've got a little bit of black flake in there. So at this point in time, I'm gonna stop this video so I can edit and put the second one in. So I love to fish these shrimp, and I'm gonna show you how I do them. I'm sure a lot of people do the same way, but it's the way I do them. We'll see you in just a bit. Hold on. All right, guys, we're back. Takes a little bit for these things. The reason I like the open pores though is waste, or you don't have, you know, waste. You have some leftover colors, perfect. There's a video on that though, so I don't even know why I'm talking about it. But like when you get down real small, man, that's what open pores are great for. You can use the rest of that plastic up, and there's no waste at all. So this is pretty cool. I put it on my griddle. I cook it up to like 250 or whatever. With these being so small, it doesn't take near as long. The bigger molds, the bigger open pores that I have, they take longer, and you want to make sure it bonds real good. You also want to, for me, I don't like to cool them down very quickly. I like to just cut the griddle off, and that way it cools down slowly and you don't get that big dip in your bait in the bottom. It'll cool down a little bit and draw down just like it does in a injection mold, but you sort of see what we got going on here. Very light brown. And let's show you these here shrimps. Them skrimps. I got bubbly because I got in a hurry. But there's our shrimp. Might even want to go a little bit darker brown. Let me get to where I'm not blocking the light. How about that? You see that little hyper shift? The color you get? That's better when you back it away. The hyper shift just gives you that glistening color, sort of like a live shrimp does. I will have to clean up the tail, but to be honest with you, they'll catch just like that. Focus for me, baby. Come on. Still a little sticky. I might have took it out a little bit early, but I'm going to lay them out to cure anyway. And people say the eyes. Oh, well, just take you a Sharpie, paint your eyes in, or color them in. You can also dip them if you want to. I'm not, because eyeballs on these. Now, like a drop shot, finesse bait, yeah. When you're in a bunch of things, sea trout or redfish, it don't matter. If they're hungry, they're going to eat it. But that outer layer, I put that hyper shift, and it just gives you that boom, that sort of look that you sort of get from a shrimp. I sort of wish that hyper shift had more green in it for my shrimp, but anyway, like I said, I don't like the lines overbearing. I just like them to be shown in there. And that's why I use a dark green instead of a real bold black. Just again, another natural look, a good natural color. And that's how I do it. Make sure that's not hot. And I'll lay them out to cure straight. And like I said, if I'm worried about the eyes or care, I'll just take a Sharpie, man, right now and let them, while it's curing, and put that Sharpie on it. And these are for mainly AI. It's their shrimp mold. I also have an injection mold. It's a smaller one, like a 3-inch, a lot slimmer body. But to me, just a natural looking shrimp. Could go a little bolder with the lines if you wanted to, but nah, it worked for me right there all day. Like I said, I'm not picky. The only thing I'm picky about is the really like the drop shot baits, the ones I want more natural. So redfish and trout, watch out. But I use the 3-inch injection mold more early in the season because the shrimp are smaller that time of year. When you get up to September, you know, August, September, October, of course the shrimp grow all season, so they get bigger. Then I'll go to these here. So my light is freaking out. That's probably a sign I need to get the heck off here. So anyway, that's how I do it. Just wanted to share. These molds are not that expensive on Angling AI. I can't remember the price, but they're not that bad, and produce a great quality bait. Appreciate you being here, man. Hit that like and subscribe for me, and have a great weekend. If you're not in the woods or on the water, I do not know what you're doing with your life. But hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Let's go catch some fish. Bye.